This is a story about a protagonist who carried out a high-speed move while his cheating wife was away. Take your time and enjoy. Well, the move is done and I've settled down. Can I tell you why I had to move at such a high speed? High-speed move. There was a similar movie title, wasn't there? Congrats on the move. We're here to listen if you want to talk. Thanks. Actually, it's because of my divorce from my cheating wife. I'm a 31-year-old office worker. I work in sales. Now I'm used to the job, but in my single days, work was everything. I go back and forth between work and home, and on my days off, I'd be so exhausted that I'd sleep until evening. My friend, concerned about me, introduced me to my cheating wife. I wasn't too keen, but we ended up meeting. When I went to meet my cheating wife, a woman who was exactly my type stood there. We got along well, partly because we were close in age. By the way, my cheating wife is 2 years younger. She laughed a lot at what I said. She was a little careless, but that was also my thing. What, are we just being told your bragging story about your wife? Oh well, let's listen to him. So what happened? After our third date, I confessed my feelings and we started dating. We got married after dating for a year. We didn't have kids, but we had a good time together. My cheating wife took care of the house to reduce the burden on busy me. Did she become a full-time homemaker? No, she worked as a freelance writer from home. We managed our living expenses with my money, and she saved the money she earned. I left most of the money management to her. I trusted her and worked hard. Even when I had a hard time at work, it was nice to have someone waiting for me when I got home. But that happiness didn't last long. One day, I realized I left something I needed at home while I was out on sales calls, so I stopped by the house. Since I was there, I thought I'd buy a cake for her, so I stopped by a popular new cake shop nearby and went home for a bit. But she wasn't there. I thought maybe she went shopping, so I headed to my next sales call with the cake. You should have put the cake in the fridge. I thought so too, but the fridge was full and there was no space. It was the middle of summer, so I couldn't leave it outside. I thought I could always buy one, so I gave it to my client that day. The woman at my client's office was really happy. Well, that's good. So where was your cheating wife? That day, I worked late and when I got home, my cheating wife was already asleep. I wasn't too concerned about it, so I completely forgot to ask. But a week later, my client's office was near my house, so I thought I'd buy lunch and eat at home. I ordered takeout at my wife's favorite Italian restaurant. Of course, I got some for her too. I wanted to surprise her, so I went without contacting her. I figured she wouldn't be out shopping in the scorching midday sun, so I went home all excited. But she wasn't home again. I had no choice but to wait, but she didn't come home in the end. I couldn't take a break for more than an hour, and I had to go to my client's office, so I left the house. When this happened 2 weeks in a row, I started to have doubts about my wife. No, she might not just be shopping. She could be meeting a friend or have something to do. Yeah, it's too pity to doubt her just based on that. My cheating wife was originally a homebody, the type who likes staying at home. She often used online grocery delivery for shopping too. That's why I thought something was off. I wondered if I should get in touch with her, but I erased any signs that I had been home during the day and headed to my client's office. That day, my mind was full of thoughts about my cheating wife. I somehow got through work as quickly as possible and got home while she was still awake. Her attitude was the same as always. So I casually asked, "Were you home all day today?" My cheating wife's movements suddenly froze for a moment. What? Why are you suddenly asking like that? They say it's suspicious when someone answers a question with a question. That's right. I thought so too. No, I was just wondering if you ever feel like taking a break, since you must be busy with work and all. I can't take a break when you're working so hard. So were you home all day today? Of course. I was home all day. I was working. My cheating wife said it in a half-angry way. I became even more suspicious. But if she noticed I was suspicious now, it would be a problem, so I pretended to be concerned about my cheating wife. I see, my bad. I was just worried because you're always working hard on housework in your job. Oh, that's what it was. Sorry, I was busy with remote work all day, so I just I see, sorry about that. My cheating wife lied to my face. She's hiding something. That's what I thought. I wanted to find out what she was hiding somehow, but my cheating wife was the type to take her phone even to the bathroom. Well, I was a bit hesitant to check her phone, but it was the only method I could think of. So I consulted with my friend Alex, who I've known since college. He introduced me to a private investigator that his acquaintance runs. I immediately asked them to investigate my cheating wife. While waiting for the results, the first thing I suspected was cheating. I had tried to check her phone several times, but I just couldn't do it. But once, a call from an unknown number came in on her phone that she happened to leave there. Since it's an unknown number, it might just be a prank call. I thought so at first too. But then my cheating wife looked at her phone and said, "Do you want some ice cream?" "Ha! I'm going to the drugstore." And she left. She's guilty. Yeah, she must be. But wait, didn't she notice you saw the unknown number on the screen? She didn't. After the unknown call, I had moved to a different room. I googled it later, and apparently cheaters sometimes communicate with unknown numbers. About 2 weeks after hiring the PI, the results came out. As I expected, she was guilty. The guy was my cheating wife's classmate. I think they must have met at a class reunion they went to before. They reunited at their school reunion and started the affair. The PI thoroughly investigated that too. My cheating wife's classmate had posted photos from that reunion on social media. My cheating wife and the guy looked like they were getting along great in the picture. What surprised me was that the guy was married too. He even had a 3-year-old kid. It was a double affair. The PI showed me more photos. My cheating wife and her lover were looking at something like a travel magazine together in the pictures. They were planning to go on a 2-night, 3-day trip. I listened to the audio data too. "I told you not to call at night." "Sorry, the hotel you really wanted to stay at suddenly had a cancellation, so I couldn't keep myself." "Did you get caught?" "Not at all. My husband's an idiot." "Hey, the room has a jacuzzi, right? Let's get in together." The unbearable audio continued after this. It was irritating that my wife thought I was an idiot. Thanks to their loudly talking without regard for others, I found out the location and hotel for the trip. The trip was probably on the day she said she was going with a female friend. It's a 2-night, 3-day domestic trip. After paying high investigation fees, I thought about what to do. And then I got a good idea. But it would be difficult to do alone. I consulted Alex again. "I'm sorry to hear about your wife's cheating. I'll do anything I can do." "Thanks. Actually, there's something I want to do." I told Alex about a plan. It was to complete the move while my cheating wife was on her trip and leave the apartment completely empty. Alex readily agreed to help with the move. Not only that, he reached out to our other friends and gathered 5 people to help. With this, I felt we could finish the move in a day. Until the day, I steadily packed my own things. Of course, to the extent that it wouldn't be noticed. My cheating wife must have been preoccupied with the trip because she didn't seem to notice my things decreasing. It was a bit sad to realize she had no interest in me. But there was an incident that instantly turned that sadness into anger. The savings I had entrusted to my cheating wife were almost gone. She probably spent it on her lover. I immediately changed the account for my salary. I had also made investments separately thinking about retirement, so I avoided becoming penniless, but my anger peaked. I called her lover's house, which the PI taught me, on a weekday afternoon. I told his wife everything. At first she was suspicious and didn't believe me, but when I told her the trip dates, she said he had a business trip and plans to go out that day. His wife couldn't meet right away because of her child, so we made a plan to meet at a cafe later. It must have been hard for her to know about her husband's cheating when she was struggling with childcare. A few days later, the day to meet the guy's wife came. While waiting for her at the cafe, I was not sure to show her the photo evidence. Just then, she came. The moment we met, she looked furious enough to grab me. "Show me all the evidence." I thought something was shady. Her intensity made me recoil. I see. I thought something was off. I'm sorry to have to tell you such a painful truth. Don't worry about that. I'm actually grateful you investigated. Actually, I'd like you to not tell your husband yet. Huh? Why? I told her about my plan to move out while they're on the trip and send my cheating wife's things to her parents' house. Seriously? Ha ha. That's hilarious. You. Crazy. The guy's wife laughed and agreed to my plan. Okay. I'll send that jerk to hell too. We made a pact. After that, I frequently went home during work secretly to pack my things and take them to my parents' house. I had told my parents that my cheating wife had an affair and we decided to divorce. Of course, I asked them to keep it secret for now. I got some day off from work for a few days before and on the day of the move. I never thought I'd use my paid vacation like this. Thanks to Alex, preparations with my friends went smoothly. It really helped. There's a lot to do. Your friends are good guys. Exactly. Without my friends, I would have given up part way. I couldn't thank Alex enough. To be honest, I was pretty mentally drained. But Alex kept encouraging me. I really felt that friends are indispensable. And then, the day finally came. The fateful day has come. I drove my cheating wife to the airport. Around what time will you be back? Probably late. I'll get home on my own so you don't need to pick me up. Got it. Have a safe trip. Okay. My cheating wife left in a great mood. In my heart, I said my final goodbye. Dude, you're scary. Ha ha. Seems like I can turn into a demon too. But how dare she has her husband drive her to the airport for her affair trip? I thought she was insane. Well, this relationship ends today anyway. I immediately went back home. My friends had already started the moving at my house. The moving company came and took my stuff to my parents' house. My cheating wife's stuff was taken to her parents' place with my friend's light truck. Of course, I went along to meet my cheating wife's parents. Why are you here so early? These are your daughter's things. What? Her parents were confused. I told them that she was cheating and currently on an affair trip. Her father steamed mad with his face all red and her mother started crying. It was chaotic. I'm sorry, but your daughter doesn't know about this yet. Could you not contact her until she contacts you? At first, her parents wanted to get in touch her right away, but they promised to do what I said. I think they felt responsible because I showed them the evidence video and told them she had used our household money. I'm sorry. You can do as you like. We're partly responsible too, so we'll cooperate. I didn't think her parents were responsible, but I needed their help or my plan would fail. So I left before they could change their minds. The house was completely emptied. There was still time until the move-out date, but there was no point staying in an empty house. So I thanked my friends and went to my parents' place. That was fast. Did it go that smoothly? Of course, the procedures and details were hassle. I had to give over a month's notice for the move-out date, so there were still days left. But I quickly returned the keys to the management company. One lucky thing was that my cheating wife left her house keys. She was never the type to put keys in her purse, and she would often forget her keys when leaving the house. The electricity and water could be shut off right away. I finished all the annoying stuff in 2 days. The big furniture and appliances we bought after getting married, I gave to my friends who wanted them. The married guys didn't take them, though. They teased me, saying it was bad luck or something. Only the guys who didn't care about that stuff took them. Well, I was glad they took them because we had bought some surprisingly nice stuff and they were too good to throw away. If they were a waste, you could have used them at your parents' place. I considered that, but my mom was really furious and told me, "Don't bring back anything that your wife used." Well, I don't want to be reminded of her, so this is better. And so, it was a busy 3 days. Then the day my cheating wife was returning finally came. I was relaxing and watching TV at my parents' place. My cheating wife called many times. It was annoying, so I answered. "Hello? Where are you? I forgot my key. Come back right now. I don't have a key either." "What? Sorry, but I'm not coming back anymore. Enough with the jokes. Hurry back, I'm tired." I've already started drinking, so I can't go back. Drinking? You never drink normally. Well, today's a celebration. Where are you right now? At my parents' place. A celebration. Was it your mom or dad's birthday? No. Then what are you celebrating? Celebrating of our divorce. I know you went on an affair trip. What? My cheating wife went silent for a while. Her thoughts seemed to be paused. Well then, that's it. I hung up the phone one-sidedly. After a bit, my cheating wife called over and over again, but of course I ignored her. What surprised me was that she even called my parents' place. My mom handled it, saying, "How dare you call here without shame? It's a misunderstanding." A misunderstanding? I saw the evidence video. My mom yelled at her and hung up. I was impressed that a mom is always a mom no matter how old, when I got caught in the crossfire. You too, getting tricked by a woman like that. Pathetic. Dude, don't go relying on your mom. You're old enough. Weren't you in your 30s? I'm 31. No, my mom picked up first and started yelling right away. Well, anyway, I'm glad because I didn't want to answer the phone. After that, my cheating wife went to her parents' place. Apparently, a huge amount of her stuff was left in the entryway. Of course, her parents scolded her harshly too. It turned into an argument and apparently she ran out of her parents' place. With nowhere to go, my cheating wife called her lover. Hello? What should I do? My family found out about the affair. My wife found out too and kicked me out. How did they find out? Seems the guy wasn't let into his house either. They were to meet up. They were exhausted, so they seemed to stay at a budget hotel that day. Or rather, that was the only hotel with vacancies. When they paid the hotel bill next day, the price was unbelievable. Recently, budget hotel prices seem to have skyrocketed due to inflation. Can't be helped, I'll pay with my card. I'm very sorry, sir. This card isn't usable. What? His wife had cancelled his card. It's okay. I'll pay. I'm very sorry. This card isn't also valid. My cheating wife's card was tied to my bank account. I had it cancelled. What do you think my cheating wife in trouble did? No way. Yup, that's right. She contacted me. I can't use my credit card. Yeah, I cancelled it. Why? Hey, are we really getting divorced? Yes. I thought about it a lot yesterday, by myself. I'm really sorry. She started telling obvious lies and begging me. She claimed she stayed at the budget hotel alone. And she told an easily exposed lie, saying the hotel fee was too high to pay with the money she had. You can pay for one person, right? No, it got really expensive. I don't have much cash on me. Then just withdraw some money. Well, right. You used up our savings without permission. My cheating wife cried and apologized. Anyway, I'll pay back the hotel bill, and I'll get my parents to help with the savings somehow, so just come pick me up now. You're trying to rely on your parents after all this time? You're beyond help. Right? In the end, I went to pick her up. What? Why, you idiot. I didn't want to cause trouble for the hotel, and we haven't officially divorced yet, so I didn't want any issues. Plus, there was a place I wanted to take her to, so it was good timing. I gave my cheating wife the hotel bill, obviously for two. Is this really for one person? Obviously. Well, whatever. I pretended to be fooled, put my wife in the car, and took her to a certain place. What is this place? A law office. What? I dragged my reluctant wife into the office. I told her to sit in a chair, and she reluctantly did. There, I laid out the evidence of her affair, like videos, photos, and audio recordings, in front of her. When I played the audio, my wife covered her ears. Stop it. I get it. I'll admit it. Just then, the door swung open forcefully. There was the guy grabbed by his wife. We're getting divorced too. Wait a minute. There's nothing between me and the woman. Huh? What are you saying now? She already admitted it. She was just stubbornly following me around. I had no choice. Hey! What the hell? You're the one who invited me. It literally turned into a battlefield there. The lawyer somehow settled things down, but while they were cursing at each other, my cheating wife provided even more evidence of the affair. The lawyer was recording them, and they would be evidence too. Because it's as good as a confession. The guy was clinging to his wife, crying. Even my cheating wife seemed to wake up seeing that. She apologized many times, but I refused everything. We got divorced. Of course, I made sure to demand consolation money. $40,000 from my cheating wife. I got another $40,000 from the guy. Apparently, this is quite a high amount. I gave some of that money to my friends. They helped me a lot, and I really wanted to give them more, but they refused. Use this money to start your new life from now on. I was saved by having such good friends. By the way, I asked the guy's wife about what happened to him. Can I tell you? We've come this far, I want to know it. I'm all yours. Thanks. Apparently, the guy's wife demanded $50,000 as consolation money from him. Child support was set at $500 per month. This is a sufficiently high amount. She also demanded $30,000 as consolation money from my cheating wife. Of course, she couldn't pay, so she seemed to ask her parents to help. By the way, separately, my cheating wife's parents properly have paid back my savings and the hotel bill. My cheating wife is juggling some jobs to pay back her debt to her parents. If her repayment is even a little late, she has to work even more. Plus, since she moved to her parents, she has to do housework too, and apparently she looks haggard. Sometimes, she sent voicemails complaining her situation to my phone. I should probably change my number soon. What happened with the guy's story? You're just talking about your cheating wife now. My bad. Actually, it found out the guy was a bank employee. But he didn't have enough savings to pay the consolation money, so he also asked his parents. For now, they lent him the money, but apparently they disowned him. The guy's parents properly made a repayment document and formally gave it to him as a debt. The guy had to pay back his debt in child support, and was at a loss for what to do. First of all, he had nowhere to live. It was only a matter of time before his workplace found out he was homeless. If they found out about his debt, it would be bad for him as a bank employee. The guy was in a huge panic and couldn't make any normal judgments. Surprisingly, he stole money from the bank. He's a criminal. The guy's in deep shit. That's right, the embezzlement was quickly discovered and the police got involved. Of course, he was fired from his job as a banker. Child support changes based on salary, so this is a problem. I will let him work hard. That's what the guy's wife said. With a stain on his career, the guy apparently couldn't find work. Please. I'll do anything, just let me work. He begged all over and finally got a job at a construction site. But apparently that job was only during the day. The night shift premium makes it more popular. The construction site job is apparently very hot and hard in the summer. Yet the wages were probably low. At night, he worked at different places like a drugstore and a certain restaurant chain, but these didn't pay well either. The guy who acted all high and mighty as a banker is now working his ass off. The guy's wife taught me laughing loudly. I secretly thought, this woman is scary to have as an enemy. The guy got what he deserved. Well, work hard. But it didn't end there. The guy probably wanted to make more money. He changed jobs to become a sex worker for women. Seriously? From banker to sex worker for women. That's a huge shift. He seemed to be popular since he was originally good-looking. When the guy's wife called about his late child support payments, he cheerfully said this. Listen, I'm cut out for this job. I'm getting popular and I'm fully booked. My body won't stand it. Then hurry up and pay your child support. Yes. But it seems the place he worked at wasn't good. The store took a commission fee from his paying, so he didn't earn much. Having said that to his wife, the guy couldn't say he couldn't pay child support. So he started having his female customers give him money or lend to him, and defaulting on the money became his daily. Of course, complaints went to the store. The store apparently lost customers due to the guy's bad reputation. The guy was taken by the store manager to a place called the head office. But it wasn't a normal company. Scary people were running that store behind the scenes. The guy was beaten up and threatened to pay the amount he went negative. Apparently, the guy asked his wife to help, but she cut him off completely. Well, I think it was a wise decision for the sake of the kid too. I don't know what happened to the guy after that, but it seems the child support is being paid every month. By the way, I sometimes get emails with sweet words from my cheating wife, but I ignore them. I'm going to change my number and enjoy my new life. Be happy. We're rooting for you. Work on your eye for women from now on. That concludes the story of a protagonist who found out his wife's cheating and thoroughly sent her and the guy to hell.